Hi guys, welcome to Simply Scuba. Here we have the Cressi Reaction EBS Fins. So EBS basically refers to the bungee heel strap. We'll take a look at that in a second. This is basically a very simple paddle style fin, open heel fin, so you wear this with boots. It's got a decent aesthetic too. I really like the looks of it, lots of different colors as well. It's more of a recreational fin. For technical diving, I tend to use something a little bit different. But yeah, a real good sort of pretty tough pair of fins. If this is your first pair of fins, it's gonna last you a pretty long time. So, taking a closer look at it. So this is a drop foot pocket fin. So what that basically means is that the foot pocket is a little bit lower than the blade. So the blade starts at the top of the foot pocket. And that means there isn't some sort of awkward sort of drop down here at the front. It also means it can allow for a better angle for that fin blade. If you kind of stretch out your foot and point the toes out as kind of straight as you can, it's not 180 degrees, your foot's always up as a little bit. So this is going to compensate for that. It means that blade is always coming in at the most effective angle of attack, so you're more efficient in the water. Because the blade is set higher as well, it means that the bottom section, the actual heel of the foot pocket, means when you're actually trying to stumble your way into the water, you get a bit more grip because it's not kind of bending the fin too much. So you can walk around in the fin a little bit easier compared to some others. So decent sized rails moving down towards the tip of the fin. These are trapping water and transferring energy from your foot all the way down to the tip. Very basic paddle fin. You don't have dual materials or anything. It's just a big paddle and a pretty standard sort of square tip to it as well. You get some decent sort of rails down here as well. They're going to sort of help channel the water and help reduce tracking as well. On the underside, mirrors the top side obviously, but here you can see big open space. This is where that sort of drop foot pocket really comes into it. These two rails here as well, just increasing the rigidity during the downwards fin sort of section. You've got two little holes in here, so that's going to make getting your feet out, taking it out of the fin, your foot taking out of the foot pockets a little bit easier. It's not going to be creating that kind of vacuum. And on the underside of the foot pocket, we see we've got this rubberized material. You're walking around on the wet deck of a boat trying to get to the entrance point, makes that a little bit easier. Okay, the fin strap is where the EBS comes from on the name. This is a bungee section from their like spear guns. Makes it a lot easier. You don't have ratchet straps. You just grab hold of this really big thumb loop, really easy to grab hold of. Pull on that, pull that over your heel, and then that bungee is naturally going to hold it onto your foot. And no matter what depth you go to, even if your wetsuit or dry suit boot starts to compress at depth, this is going to just hold that fin, that heel section in position. So you never have to tighten your fins at depth. They're always tightening, and getting them off as well is just as easy. You don't have to do any pinch clips or anything. You just pull that off and you're ready to go. Decent sized foot pocket as well. This goes back really far, sort of underneath your heel, so it's not going to be sort of hinging halfway down your foot and causing cramp. It's you've got all that coverage, so it's much more solid against your foot. All in all, a pretty decent pair of fins. As I said, yeah, they're good for recreational diving. For more technical diving, I prefer something a little bit different. I prefer a vented fin. But yeah, a good sort of starter fin, but let us know in the comments what you recommend. These are the Cressi Reaction EBS Fins. Thanks for watching. Safe diving.
We are an online dive store serving the UK and the world for all your diving equipment needs. So why not visit us at simplyscuba.com or click the box on your screen.